Hi everyone, hope you're well and keeping everybody else well in the circumstances. This is our little regular feature on the Citizen vlog, and this is City Present, which is a bit of information for you out there, a bit of humour, hopefully to cheer up. We just still need a bit of humour, don't we? So I look around at social media and what's happening for City, and obviously a bit of general information. Please, if you listen to this till the end, there's something very, very sad I just want to share with you. I mean, obviously this corona thing, obviously, unless it affects us and it affects someone close to us, our friends or family, God forbid, I don't think we'll really see the real impacts. But there's something that was on Facebook this morning that quite upset me, and I'm going to do right at the end of this vlog because it is quite upsetting, and I'll do it and finish the vlog then. But please stay with it and please have a listen. It's very important, and I think, as I say, it's sort of, I think we all know how serious this is now, and certainly people who haven't thought how serious it is, they're realising just how serious it is. It is now. So please stick with me till the end of this little vlog if you can. I mean, it's only a couple of minutes, and it's just something I want to read out, and hopefully I'll get through it without getting too emotional. But I just think it's important to listen to these things from people. But I'll tell you a bit more about that later. Anyway, please, if you're new to the channel, push the old subscribe button, push the bell notifications when you know these things are coming out. Absolutely fantastic. Thumbs up's always appreciated. All comments, let me know in your comments what you think. Any thoughts on anything I could do? I mean, I'm doing lots of stuff, as you know. My other vlogs at the moment, obviously there's a few quizzes out there. I've recently done a Name the Ground quiz, which is proving pretty popular and quite tough for a lot of people. Obviously, following on for my manager's part 1, there will be a part 2, but that obviously proved quite popular. Obviously, I've done City's History Part 5, which covers the 20s and the 30s, is out there. Coming soon, I've got a little quiz called about Name the Player. I've got obviously the second part of my manager's quiz, so the managers of Manchester City, that'll be coming soon. I've got a little quiz based on that, moments in Manchester City's history. I've got moments at the Etihad, little quiz on that coming out. And also, I'm wondering if I had a word with Leslie Ross, who obviously did the artwork for this wonderful publication. I've had a word with Leslie Ross, and I've just done a little quiz based on the book and the Formidable season. So I'll be doing that. I've actually got the information to record that. I'll be recording it, and obviously that'll be out in the next few days as well. So plenty for you to look out for there. Obviously, March 1992 in City's history is already out there as a vlog, and I'll be releasing April 2002, the wonderful Kevin Keegan. So memories of that. So if you've got any memories of that 2002, please look out for that by pushing that bell notification and keeping in touch with my vlogs here. So plenty of stuff, obviously, on Manchester City I'm putting out there for you, hopefully keep you entertained, as well as my day jobs. I've got 2 jobs at the moment, trying to, obviously, which is good for the bank statement, but obviously a little bit tiring at the moment. But I'll carry on putting these vlogs out there totally free. No, I don't, no subscribers fee for me. I just if I'm earning income from elsewhere, why would I want to charge people for anything? And obviously I couldn't do it with my number of viewers anyway. So quality, not quantity. So anyway, I'm putting out there as much as I can for you, and all my fellow vloggers and podcasters are doing the same. And give them your support as well, please. And yet, away from footballs, I do movie vlogs as well. I do movie, TV, drama vlogs. So if they're all in the playlist below and in the link. So please have a look out for that. Board game reviews as well. With no cinema releases at the moment, obviously I still have my out to buy. So obviously every Monday I'll let you know what's out to buy in the UK. So that may be of interest to you at this time if you're stuck in, etc., etc. So that they usually appear on the Sunday for the following Monday, what's out to buy. So you can go online and order if you don't really want to unnecessarily go around to your local shop, do you? You're supposed to be staying in. So there's that sort of thing if you're into movies and stuff. Right, let's get on with the City stuff. Let's get on with this. Twitter, let's have a quick look at Twitter first. The Twitterverse, City on Twitterverse. Dr. Gary James is always prolific. At Gary James Writer, I'll go on to it again, something he's produced recently as well. I'll let you know about that in a few minutes while I'm going through these. At Gary James Writer wrote, Murrayfield was also modelled on MCFC's main road, which coincidentally also staged tennis tournaments. Yeah, so there's an image of Murrayfield, obviously the rugby ground in Scotland. Obviously with the tennis courts on it, obviously they would have had to cut the grass very short for that, wouldn't they, and let it grow in the winter, obviously for rugby. But very interesting. And someone did joke, obviously Murrayfield, why don't the Murrays reopen this sort of thing? So that was quite interesting. But obviously that's all these history things from Dr. Gary James are always great to watch. And also at Gary James Writer, he's got on offer now. If you're obviously on the Kindle, and if you're into the Kindle, he's got on Amazon Football with a Smile from Joe Mercer. He's now available for 99p. So I went out and bought it the other day. So that's a great autobiography, Football with a Smile from Joe Mercer. So that's available for 99p through at Gary James Writer, one of his books. So please have a look at that. At Truthus, capital TRUFUS, Eric Carell. Yeah, it's just the ultimate hazard protection gear. I mean, obviously, in this woman's got a little bit over the top with protecting herself from the coronavirus. A little bit of humour there today, so just a little bit too much. I would be scared to death if that obviously came walking around the Asda where I'm currently working and helping out. So that's quite funny. Obviously, I've seen this on a couple of City sites, actually. It's all right for us to do this, isn't it? It's when opposing fans do it. But at your MCFC, social distancing, as always, we're a step ahead of the rest. And obviously, it has a picture of the Etihad there. And obviously, we've been into our social distancing as City fans for a long time, haven't we? So, as I say, if other fans show that, we get a bit objectionable, don't we? But we can laugh at ourselves anyway when other fellow City fans do it. So that was quite funny. Yeah, and back to Gary James. Yeah, at Gary James Writer. This was expected in June, launching tomorrow. So I think this was yesterday. So now out, you can actually get this at Gary James Writer, a subscription service. All right, you have to pay for it. Of MCFC history-related discussions, videos with me and David Mooney. So he's joined up with David Mooney. A free taster of a unique Malcolm Allison talk, and sign-up details here at patreon.com/City Folklore. Here's an introductory video. So he's talking about this new thing he's doing. I'll see if I can get this on for you. So you can have a quick listen to what I'm sure he won't mind me actually putting this out there. I don't think there's
David Mooney and I were planning on launching a series of Manchester City related videos in June this year. Because of the current situation, we've actually decided to bring that forward. And so we're actually going to launch them on Wednesday, March 25th. The idea of the films is to talk about City history, to actually dispel some of the myths that exist about the club, and talk about the facts. We're going to be issuing one a week for the next, however long people are interested in it. Hope you are interested. Both of us are going to continue to do all the other stuff that we normally do. These are extra items. It is a subscription service, but all the details are going to appear at the end. So please give it a go. Have a look. See what you think. Thanks.
So there's the information there if you're interested in that. Obviously, I think it's £4 a month. It's not something I'll be joining, to be honest, because obviously I'm now working 2 jobs. I don't really subscribe to any City content, to be honest with you. There's lots of really good 3 content, and even a couple of people who do subscription channels have free content as well, which is great. So I have asked, obviously, I have tweeted Gary and Mr. Mooney and asked, perhaps every so and then give is a chance for a free one sort of thing, because I'm into my history, as you know, I do my history vlogs, etc. So anyway, that's out there if you want to watch it. And I say these, at the end of the day, some of these journalists, etc., I mean, this is their job, this is their livelihood, this is how they pay the bills. So I mean, I have seen some criticism, why you charge, at least be free while the current situation is going on. But these people have to, at the end of the day, it's their job, and it's their day job. Like, I have obviously a couple of jobs now that hopefully keep me going, and I can do these things for free. And obviously a lot of podcasters and bloggers are the same. there's obviously you can think of esteemed companies who've recently gone full time. I mean, he needs that information. So give him your support. As I said, it's not something I would do. I mean, if I was quite comfortable, I probably might subscribe to things like that, because it is a great interest to me. But obviously, it's up to you. But please, I don't think there's any need to have a go. It's just one of those things, and all credit. It's something new out there, isn't it? And obviously, being a history thing like I am, I'm a big follower of Dr. Gary James anyway, so it does interest me. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments, whether it's right. Anyway, on to this. I'm just going to pick on this at the end. It's the Martin Samuel thing and this grasping selfish clubs out to exploit this pandemic. So obviously it's to do with this top 10 thing that we've seen today. I'll just speak to that a little bit more before I look at Facebook. Yeah, and there's some badges going out. Obviously a lot of love for Sheffield United, which I'll explain for a minute if you've not heard about that. But interesting badges. I mean, it won't go down well with some people, obviously. But there's a lot of love going out there for City. Yeah, I mean, Raheem's splitting opinion at the moment. There's a lot of love and hate for Raheem. There always has been, I think, hasn't there? But he's recently, obviously, with the Real Madrid saga and wearing the Real Madrid shirt, I think he's recently been saying how he loves Liverpool, etc. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know the context of it. It was for an Instagram thing, was it? For one of his that he does on Instagram. But I don't know. He loves Liverpool. He'd like to go back there one day. I mean, obviously, it's going to upset City fans. Obviously, he's not a City fan he's not one of us. He's not dyed in the blood City fans. I mean, these players are paid a wage, and I'm sure while he plays for City, he'll do his best for City. But we have to look at it impartially, don't we? We're dyed in the wool City fans. So when these little things appear, Real Madrid shirt, I mean, a little bit perhaps. You know, the PR should be a little bit better on this, and the guys at City should advise people not to do certain things and say certain things. But hey, that's how it is. So I'm not going to get all uptight about Raheem Sterling. I just want him to improve his form, to be honest with you. I'm hoping he'll, if he doesn't improve in form, I'd gladly sell him because I think he's been an absolute waste of time the last 3 or 4 months. I just think we may as well have 10 men on the pitch half the time with him playing. So I just want him to play well for my club. If he doesn't love our club, hopefully, and when he moves on or whatever happens, he has nice things to say about us, and that's all we can ask, isn't it? As real City fans. Obviously, there's a piece on BBC Sport. A lot of people have picked on where Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola has donated, is it £1 million towards fighting the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. To the Angel Soul Daniel Foundation. I think it's in Spain. Some people saying why Spain? Well, I mean he's Spanish. Again, he's Spanish. I'm sure he puts a lot of money into our country as well. But I did see one comment, but the guy printed a lot of stuff with Union flags in the background. So that just about says it all. There's a lovely thing on Twitter of a young lad. Actually, obviously isolation. Well, this was me. This was me when I was his age. But I had a smaller garden, so I had concrete on one side and grass on the other. So I became brilliant at diving to my left, but not to my right because there was not enough room to kick it and dive. But this thing, obviously, great stuff. It just reminded me of my youth, and a lot of people are saying the same. And I'm naturally right-handed, but as a goalkeeper, which I did play a lot of games as a goalkeeper, I was very good on my left-hand side, which is unusual. If you're right-handed, you should be better on your right. But obviously, because of this, when I used to train and kick the ball against the wall and dive to my left side, I was very, very good, but I wasn't quite as natural on that side. I did, obviously, as a goalkeeper, you have to learn, don't you? But I wasn't quite as comfortable going that way. And the same when you dive at someone's feet, I used to go to the left rather than to the right, which I didn't feel quite comfortable as a right-handed person. You should do. But that was Sarah Jane Tobin at the SJ Tobin. When you're a goalkeeper and an only child in self-isolation and trying to keep up with your training, came up with this himself. I'm so impressed. So bless him. I mean, something we've all done. Yeah, so staying on just before we finish Twitter. Yeah, I mean, it's this top 10 clubs, isn't it? Have put a complaint in about obviously wanting City banned from the Champions League, despite this court case going on in the top 10, apart from Sheffield United. So this is where there's a lot of love out there. I will swear now, I just think they're a bunch of shit houses, these other teams, to be honest with you. I think they're absolutely disgrace. It just shows you how much they do hate City. And is it jealousy? I mean, they're saying it's because City have got away with so much. I mean, I've never heard so much bull in all my life. I mean, teams like Chelsea, Arsenal, United, but I mean, it's absolutely pathetic. I mean, absolutely, I don't know. I mean, why was it top 10 teams because of Europe, because of the chance they might get into Europe? But all credit Sheffield United, they didn't join in on this. So there's quite a few City fans now have started to follow the Sheffield United Twitter account, etc., based on this, and shown a lot of support. I personally thank Sheffield United. There may be an ulterior motive to it that we don't know about. I mean, but Sheffield United have a chance of Europe, haven't they? So from that point of view, they would have loved City to get kicked out. But no, I'm sorry. The rest of you, you're a bunch of shithouses. And your fans, if you agree with that, most of the fans will go along with their team, won't they? I mean, I've seen a lot of negativity about City and the Aston Villa game. If you think about the Aston Villa game in the Carabao Cup final, a lot of negativity from the Aston Villa fans. I mean, I don't know why they're on the higher horse. Perhaps because we've won more major trophies than them now. Perhaps they get a bit upset. Perhaps because we got bigger fan base and we get more. We've always got more fans than they have, even though they're one of the biggest clubs in England, like we were in the old days. But you know, forget it. I mean, you're just a bunch, you know. And obviously, I don't, you know, the fans will follow. Obviously, the fans will follow what the club's saying. So obviously, I don't expect anything different. There'll be some fans who are reasonable people, but hey, it's just interesting comments. Have a look on that on Twitter, on your own Twitters, and see what people are saying. But no, I'm sorry, I've no time for those 10 clubs, whoever clubs who have voted for City still to be thrown out, even though obviously there is an appeal going on under the circumstances. Absolutely, you're an absolute disgrace. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Anyway, that's Twitter finished. Let's have a look at anything on Facebook. Obviously, I'm continuing to post my things on Facebook as well on this day, where I show an old match and the scores and some images from programs and scrapbooks, etc. So please, if you follow me on Facebook, just look for Bernard Deneen on Facebook. All that stuff's on there, which I do, and obviously all my film stuff's posted on there as well. The coronavirus lifespan on surfaces was interesting on Facebook. It was a new study by Video Fox News, done a little while back, but I've only just seen it. It's airborne for 30 minutes to 3 hours, the virus. On cardboard, it can last for 24 hours. I mean, I do a lot of post and packing with my second job, or it was my first job, has now become my second job, because it's just on its last, well, not on its last legs, but it's getting harder and harder because I buy stock in dollars, so I'm not doing very well at the moment. But yeah, I mean, I do a lot of that, so I'm continually washing my hands and putting alcohol based things on it and stuff like that. Stainless steel, the coronavirus can last for 2 days, and on plastic it lasts for 3 days. I did read somewhere that copper doesn't like copper. So if you get the whole house kitted out in copper, you're all right, you're sorted. There is a message I'm going to read out in a minute, which I've told you about. Obviously, Steve Black continues to do his stuff on nature, which is great, which I think I told you about last time. And obviously, he posts images of, that's a heron there, just 15, 20 seconds, 30-second things. Steve Black on Twitter. So please, sorry, on YouTube. If you look at Steve Black on YouTube, that's worth a look on there. I think he's got a Twitter account, but I'm not sure of that at the moment. Ian Cheeseman, a lovely offer from Ian Cheeseman, who wrote yesterday evening, if you know an isolated family member or friend who'd like to talk Man City with me, I'd be happy to spend a few minutes chatting to them on the phone. I don't think you get off the phone, mate, if you know these people. A few minutes, you've been on there for an hour, 2 hours, mate, at least. I'd be happy to spend a few minutes chatting to them on the phone, one-to-one. They won't be on a vlog or anything. I'm just trying to help combat loneliness. Well, what a fantastic gesture. I mean, I'm going to get upset in a minute about this other thing I'm going to read out. But what a fantastic gesture from Ian Cheeseman. Please, Forever Blue on Facebook and various places. Give Ian, if you haven't followed him already or subscribed to his account, please get on Ian Cheeseman. So he's asked people to contact him via Messenger if appropriate. So that's Ian Cheeseman, Forever Blue. If you know an isolated family member who just wants to chat about City, I mean, like, we've got all these WhatsApp groups and various things, haven't we? And it's great, and this Discord stuff like that. But it's fantastic, yeah. I mean, we've got Skype, haven't we? And all this, and it's great. And these little things, I'd love to do this thing live, but I'm not too up on what you do and how you do it. So I'll just do these pre-recorded. One day, hopefully, I will go live when I buy some more decent equipment, etc., and get the ability to do it. I'd love to do that and chat to you all as well. And obviously, I do for other people's sites. Obviously, I do that anyway, but it'd be nice from, that's one thing I will be doing in the future at some stage when perhaps things have calmed down a bit on the other side. So yeah, there's lots of content going on. There's little quizzes if you go onto Facebook, little quizzes appearing. It's always good to go on there. That's one of my little what happened on this day. And obviously yesterday I was looking at a game against Oxford United where we lost 3. We were top of the league and they were 5th, and we lost 3-0. And people commenting that they were there that day and how depressing it was and things like that. I mean, I posted that image of a very young ex-City. I'm not should I tell you? I mean, I'm not going to tell you it is. Let me know in the comments what you think. But obviously, it's obviously on Facebook and Twitter. Hundreds of people have been commenting who they thought it is. But it's quite a good one. And that's the sort of thing I do on Twitter and Facebook as well. So please, not just these vlogs. If you want to get involved and have a bit of a look, please follow me on at nostalgia_movie on Twitter, or Bernardine at Charles Deneen, DINNEN. So that's my Twitter ones. They all appear on there, and obviously on Facebook at Bernard Deneen. So some really good stuff. Right, is there anything else before I go on to the sad thing? Ian Stapleton on Facebook is always a good thing to sort of listen into. And this is the last thing I look at Facebook before this last thing. He does some great stuff. Ian Stapleton is an image there of I haven't got that program, so we'll try and find that program from the 1965-69 FA Cup semi-final against Everton. So I will try and dig that up. Right, I'm going to say now to you all, thanks for watching this anyway. What you're going to do with the rest of it, have a great one. But please hang on just a sec. I just want to read this message out before I go. And I know I'm going to get emotional, so this is why I'm doing it right at the end. So please just bear with me for another minute or two. But look after yourselves, and please, look after everybody else. Have a thought for everyone else, and keep safe and keep everyone else safe, and only go out if you need to go out, etc., etc. All that anyway. So I'm telling you that because once I've read this out, I'll just say goodbye, and hopefully I'll see you again for another little vlog. I've got a friend on Facebook. We used to be close friends years ago, but we just sort of Facebook each other now and we post messages, etc. And she had a friend called Karen. I won't say her surname. My condolences to Karen, obviously. And she just posted a message that quite affected me, and I'm sure it would affect you. So I'm just going to try and get through it. It's going to be a struggle. But this was Karen on the 22nd of March. Just to let you know, my dad passed away at 8:30 this morning because of the deaf coronavirus. We were not there to hold his hand to tell him everything was okay. We never got to say goodbye. He died in an isolation room on his own. We can't have a funeral like normal or a wake afterwards. My kids can't be with me to hug me and help me grieve. He was 72, no age. Please self-isolate if you can. Look after your loved ones. The NHS will be at breaking point soon, and they need our support and help. I promised them before I would shout this message from the rooftops. Kiss, kiss. My condolences. I'm sure all yours to Karen. But I think that says it all, really, doesn't it? So, anyway, I'll be back soon. I'll see you all again. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.